Hey there, viewers! What do you know about testosterone? Many of us don't think about it, myself included. Testosterone is mainly produced by men. It's one of the key components that goes into male muscle development and fitness. If you're trying to get in shape, you need to know what lifestyle choices and habits are lowering your testosterone levels. Let's talk about that in today's video. Are you eating enough protein? What kind of nutrients are you getting in your food? Which carbs should you drop? How important is sleep for testosterone? We're talking all that and more. 1. Lack of sleep. Sleep not only affects your mental performance, it can also influence physical performance. A lot of us feel that just because we're exercising, we don't need to do all the other healthy things in life. The reality is those healthy things directly assist our fitness. If you're not sleeping, your body won't be recovering properly after your workout. You need time to rest. The majority of daily testosterone in men is released while they sleep. If you're trying to build muscle mass, you need testosterone. You also need it for bone density. Let's talk about vigor for a second. Vigor is the amount of physical strength and energy you show off. It's the overall state of your health throughout the day. Testosterone dictates this, and in a big way. In 2011, a study was done on a group of 10 young healthy men to see what lack of sleep did to their overall health. Those deprived of valuable snooze time also saw a drop in vigor. Just as a set rule, make sure you're getting up to 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Now don't get me wrong, meeting that quota every single night is an impossible task for an adult. All of our schedules are different, but if you want to get in shape and have more overall energy, make sure you have testosterone. What's the least amount of sleep you've ever had to run on throughout the day? How did it affect your performance? Sound off in the comments section and start a conversation with our bestie community. 2. Little to no exercise. Now, I'm not asking you to commit to a 7-day weight training plan. Not everyone wants to look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and not everyone can for that matter. But if you want testosterone, you need to start moving a little more. This pandemic has put everyone on their butts. I've been sitting a lot more than I wanted. Some physical activity would do you a lot of good. When it comes to testosterone, resistance training is the best. A study from 2007 focused on men who did resistance training 3 days a week for 4 weeks straight. By the end, it showed that their testosterone had increased significantly. Not only will exercise boost your testosterone level, it can also increase your brain activity. Another study showed that older men who worked out on the regular had better cognitive performance. Let's talk about endorphins for a second. Endorphins are chemicals produced by your body to relieve stress and pain. Along with the testosterone boost, a good workout releases both serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin is a hormone that stabilizes your mood feelings of well-being and happiness. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter released when you take part in a pleasurable activity. Get a little more exercise into your life. It's not just your testosterone that benefits. 3. You're eating the wrong carbs. This is a big deciding factor in your testosterone level. In order for your testosterone to be at a productive level, your diet needs to be right. A diet higher in carbs gives you much more testosterone, but you need to be eating the correct kind. This means not as many refined carbs. Refined carbs are carbohydrates that are processed. They usually include refined sugars and lack essential fibers and nutrients. Some examples of foods with refined carbs are white bread, white rice cereals, and pastries. A lot of your favorite snacks and sodas are on the list as well. This is not the way to go if you're trying to get in shape, especially if you want to lose weight or build muscle. What you want to do is eat more natural carbs. These are foods that aren't as processed. I'm talking about more veggies, nuts, legumes, and whole grains. Scientists have found that a diet higher in healthy carbs produces testosterone and lowers cortisol. This is known as the stress hormone. Put down those sugary chocolates. Avoid eating drive-through burgers for lunch. Get your diet right, and your testosterone will improve along with other things. Oh, and there's another nutrient you need for testosterone. Let's get into that. 4. Not enough protein. You need more protein in your life. It serves as the building block of your organs, muscles, skin, and, oh yeah, testosterone. If any workout you do is going to come through, you need to make sure you're eating the correct amount of protein. Just so you know, the average woman is suggested to have 46 grams of protein per day. As for the average man, they're suggested 56. If you're eating too many unhealthy foods, your testosterone production will slow down. Protein helps your body shed fat and increase in testosterone. This only gives you further assistance with building muscle. People who are under strict workout regimens usually bulk up on the protein. The more protein you're consuming, the better chances you have of getting fit. Foods with good protein include lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, and healthy dairy products. These are all things you find on a fitness freak's grocery list. 5. You have a nutrient deficiency. It's not just carbs and protein that contribute to high testosterone. There are so many other nutrients that play a role. If you're lacking nutrients, you're going to suffer from low testosterone. This is especially true with particular nutrients. Let's talk about zinc for a second. Zinc is an essential mineral found in various foods. It helps your immune system fight off bacterial infections. In other words, you need zinc to be healthy. You also need zinc for protein production and DNA. This benefits your cells. A person needs zinc if they're going to operate with the proper testosterone level. Foods with lots of zinc include broccoli, asparagus, corn, oats, and low-fat yogurt. Oysters, chicken, and red meat also hold a ton of this mineral. 6. You're not a positive thinker. I know this one sounds crazy. All you see on Instagram these days are people trying to pump you with fake optimism. You want to be happy. You want to live a full life. Send me $12.99. I know those folks make it hard to believe, but when it comes to your health, a positive mindset counts for a lot. Remember, a few minutes ago when I mentioned cortisol, you know, the stress hormone. Well, too much cortisol can overwhelm you. You become way too stressed out. Positive thought decreases the amount of cortisol in your brain. I'm talking about real confidence. This helps with the production of testosterone. And no, I'm not just flapping my gums here. There are actual scientific studies to support this. Back in 2018, researchers focused on young men in their 20s who were having issues talking to women. Here's what they did. They got the men to compete in rowing matches. I'm not talking about actual boat races on the river, even though that would be pretty awesome. Instead, they got the men to battle head-to-head on rowing machines at the research center. This is where it gets really interesting. What these guys didn't realize was that the matches were rigged, and the machines were declaring the winner all on their own. As it turned out, just believing they had won the match was enough for their confidence to increase. This helped the men find partners. Pretty wild stuff. When a person is more confident, it assists them in many other areas of life. Instead of cortisol, there is a release of serotonin. This will help your sleeping habits, digestion, relationship troubles, and memory. This pandemic has done a lot to decrease our confidence. It's slowed all of us down in one way or another. It sounds cliched, but you need to adopt a more positive attitude. Get some physical activity into your life and eat a healthier diet. This way, your testosterone levels will shoot up and you'll be on your way to being happier. 7. Excessive alcohol consumption. Let's talk about something many of us enjoy, having a few drinks with friends. But here's the thing, alcohol and testosterone don't mix well together. When you drink alcohol regularly, especially in large amounts, your body's ability to produce testosterone takes a serious hit. Your liver, which helps process testosterone, gets busy dealing with all that alcohol instead. A study from 2019 looked at men who drank heavily for just 1 month. Their testosterone levels dropped by nearly 20% during that time. That's a big change in just 30 days. Even moderate drinking, we're talking 2 to 3 beers a few times a week, can impact your testosterone over time. It's not just about the alcohol itself, but also about what comes with it. Those beer bellies aren't just unattractive. That extra fat around your middle actually converts testosterone into estrogen. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a teetotaler overnight, but if you're noticing signs of low testosterone, taking a look at your drinking habits might be a good place to start. Try cutting back for a month and see if you notice any changes in your energy and mood. 8. Too much stress. We all deal with stress. It's part of modern life. But chronic ongoing stress is like kryptonite for your testosterone. When you're stressed, your body pumps out cortisol, that stress hormone I mentioned earlier. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. It's like a seesaw, and unfortunately, most of us are stuck on the high cortisol side. Think about our ancestors. They'd experience stress in short bursts, like when running from a predator. Today, we're dealing with constant, low-level stress from work deadlines, financial worries, and that never-ending stream of emails and notifications. A 2014 study found that men with high-stress jobs had significantly lower testosterone levels than those with more relaxed work environments. The researchers found that it wasn't just about the stress itself, but also about feeling like you don't have control over your situation. What can you do? Find stress management techniques that work for you. Maybe it's meditation, deep breathing, or just taking a walk outside. Even setting boundaries with your smartphone can help reduce your stress load. Your testosterone will thank you. 9. Carrying extra weight. Let's be honest, many of us are carrying a few extra pounds. But that extra weight isn't just affecting how your clothes fit, it's also impacting your testosterone. Fat cells, especially those around your belly, contain an enzyme called aromatase. This enzyme converts testosterone into estrogen, the female hormone. The more fat you have, the more testosterone gets converted. It creates a vicious cycle. Low testosterone makes it easier to gain fat, and more fat leads to lower testosterone. Breaking this cycle isn't easy, but it's definitely possible. A 2012 study of overweight men found that losing just 10% of their body weight increased their testosterone levels by an average of 50 points. That's a significant boost from relatively modest weight loss. The good news is that the steps to lose weight eating better, exercising more, getting good sleep, are the same steps that boost testosterone directly. It's a win-win situation. 10. Certain medications. If you're taking certain medications, they might be affecting your testosterone without you realizing it. Some of the common culprits include opioid pain medications, some antidepressants, certain blood pressure medications, steroids like prednisone, some heartburn and ulcer medications. These medications serve important purposes, so I'm not suggesting you stop taking them. But if you're on any of these and experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, it's worth having a conversation with your doctor. Sometimes a simple adjustment in dosage or switching to a different medication can make a big difference. Never stop taking prescribed medication without consulting your healthcare provider first. 11. Environmental factors. This one might surprise you, but the environment around us can affect our testosterone levels. Certain chemicals found in plastics, pesticides, and other common products can act as endocrine disruptors. These chemicals can mimic or interfere with your body's hormones, including testosterone. Some of the biggest offenders include BPA in plastic containers, phthalates in personal care products, pesticides on non-organic produce, chemical flame retardants in furniture and electronics. A 2018 study found that men with higher levels of these chemicals in their bodies had significantly lower testosterone levels on average. While it's impossible to avoid all these chemicals in today's world, you can reduce your exposure. Use glass containers instead of plastic. Buy organic when possible, and look for personal care products labeled phthalate-free. 12. Age-related decline. Let's face it, getting older comes with some changes, and testosterone levels are one of them. After age 30, men typically lose about 1% of their testosterone each year. By the time you hit 70, your testosterone levels might be half what they were in your 20s. This natural decline is normal, but that doesn't mean you have to accept all the symptoms that come with it. Many of the strategies we've discussed, better sleep, regular exercise, healthy diet, can help minimize the effects of age-related testosterone decline. If you're over 50 and experiencing significant symptoms, it might be worth getting your levels checked. Testosterone replacement therapy is an option for some men, though it's not without risks, and should be discussed thoroughly with your doctor. 13. Ignoring your overall health. This last one ties everything together. Your body is an interconnected system, and testosterone doesn't exist in isolation. Conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and thyroid problems can all impact your testosterone levels. Even something as simple as a vitamin D deficiency can lower your testosterone. Regular checkups and addressing health issues promptly can help maintain healthy testosterone levels. Think of it as preventative maintenance, just like you do for your car. Testosterone is so important for your body to stay in shape. Have I sparked your interest? Let's keep the conversation going with a couple more fitness videos, shall we? Go ahead, click one, or better yet, watch both, and learn more about how to get yourself into shape. Are any of the things we listed bringing down your testosterone? Let us know in the comments below.